Hello, everyone. You are warmly welcome to Tech for UGH Consulting. This is 90 Days Excel Skills Mastery Challenge, and today is our day 42. And today we are continuing with our data summing, aggregating, and summations by looking at what we call conditional averaging with average if, and also look at the average ifs for those who are using the current version of Excel Office 365. So my name is Krow, Anim, and I am your lead facilitator. So let's get into today's business. So from our previous discussions, we dealt with counting on conditions. We have also looked at summing, and today we want to look at the average, because all the things we did were looking at totals, but the totals only in a business sense tells half of the story. So if you really want to understand the operational efficiency and to inform strategies for whichever data you are handling, like say price strategy, sales performance, leadership, we rely on benchmarking, and this you can find averages and other stuff to make sure that it works. So we have questions like, what is our average deal size in the northern region? We can also look at what is the average discount given to a client buying cloud hosting, or we can also look at some basic averages that actually distort our insight. All these ones are averages that can help us to better understand the data that we have. And conditional averaging allows us to segment our benchmark by dealing with specific or precise items on it. So today we want to look at how we can also find averages. Remember, in our beginnings lessons, we looked at average as a function, and today we are looking at average, conditional average, called the average if. So it actually computes the mathematical mean of all cells in a range that meets a specific criteria that we send for. And like we have the average if, it deals with a single condition or criteria. That's what we look at for. So let's look at it. Average if has the following syntax: the range, the criteria range, and the average range. And this works perfectly like the sum if that we did. So the range is the group of cells you want to evaluate with your condition. It can be columns for region, for salespersons, for districts, for other stuff like product category, and so on and so forth. Then the criteria is the rule or the value that actually defines which cells to filter. So you can have something like add all values that are greater than 1,000, or hardware, or find the average of values that are greater than 1,000, or average of sales for hardware support. Then the averaging range, which also shows as an optional, is the actual cells containing the numeric values that you want to take the average on. So that is technically what we have to look for. So it's very short and simple. So let's look at it in a practical terms, how we will be able to go by it. So we have quite a data here with order ID, client type, region the order came from, the services category the order is under, and the order value. Our responsibility is to create a management benchmark to report by using a single criterion benchmark, calculate or find average order for corporates under the client type. This is very easy and simple to do. So like I said, if you have a huge data, you can convert the data into a table so that it can allow you to be able to move around. So for purposes of this one, let's try to convert the data into a table. You just select any part of the data. Our data must meet the data. So we have a column headers for it and all other clean fields. So we just go to A, Control T, So once you select Control T, you get the data converted into table. I think we've done this one. So let's write our first benchmark reports, finding the average order sales for corporate under client. So corporate clients, what is the average order size? So we enter our equal to, then average if. So we take the average if here, and then the field is, we are doing arithmetic. We are finding the average or the arithmetic mean for the cell specified by a given condition or criteria. So we take the average if. What is the range? The range is the criteria type. So we go to the client type and pick as our range, and then comma. Then we go to the next one is criteria. That means that find a corporate within the client type. And then the third one is average if. Just find the average of the order. That is very quite simple. So when you click enter, it tells you that the average order value for corporate client for the data under review is 8,847.50 pesos. So we can do the same thing for service as well. And we are using the word average if. So equal to average if. So you use the arrow to navigate down and then use your tab to pick it just to make you go fast. Then the average if. So we take the service category, which is the range, and then the category is the Excel training as we want to find, and then the average order will be our average range. So please, when you put the cursor at the table header here, it must turn into an arrow pointing down before you select it, so that it select the entire column for you. So we close it and then we hit enter, and then the average order size for Excel training is 3,902.67 pesos. Let's look at the average orders that came from the Greater Accra region. So equal to average if, and then the range is the region, comma, and then the criteria is the Greater Accra, and then the average range is our value. So you hit enter and then you get it technically. Okay, so that is the order value for the average order value for the orders that came from the Greater Accra region, and that makes it a bit easy for you to review the analysis. So going forward, you can even look at the individual orders and cross-check how many of them that fall below the average and how many of them fall above the average. And that is the beginning of your analysis. So that's how we compute the average if, or we use the average if to compute on conditional average in the system. Very straightforward. Always remember that the syntax is just taking the range, which has to do with the group of cells that you want to evaluate with the condition, and the criteria is the condition you want to take to evaluate it in. And then the average range is the value, the actual cells that containing the numeric values that you want to take average on. So that is what you need to do. Always refer to these explanations to help you do it. But like you saw in the demonstration, it looks pretty simple and straightforward. Now, there is the newer version of average if that we can also look at for. And that average if also works like the sum ifs. So the average ifs that we see here works like the sum ifs that we learned. it's also compute the mean of cells that satisfy multiple criteria. So in the previous one, we looked at the average if always work on one single criteria, but the ifs works on the multiple criteria. So it deals with the size where region is OT and the product can also be hardware support, so you can have the multiple. So that is it. It has the same syntax arrangement like some ifs. This place, the average range comes first, criteria range 1, criteria 1, continue with criteria range 2, criteria 2, up to the number of criteria that you have. So the average range is the specific columns containing the number you want to find the mean on. So specific column containing the number you want to find the mean on. And then the criteria range 1 is the first column to check or filter down with the criteria that you have. And the criteria is the specific rule that is applied to the first column. Always remember these explanations. It will help you. Then the criteria 1, 2, and 3 is the second column, and it's also correspond to the rules that we have specified in criteria range 1 and criteria 1, and so on. So that is it. We also have to look at it that just like the lessons we learned from the sermon, the syntax layout completely flipped between the two functions. In the average, if the column containing the number to be average is placed at the very end of the syntax, and in the average ifs, the column to be average is also placed at the very beginning. If you can copy and paste the logic blindly, if you copy and paste the logic blindly, Excel will give you an error messages, meaning they don't follow the same format. So you must always open your eyes to see whether you are using the average if or the average ifs. Take note that that is the only change. The ifs handles multiple criteria, whilst the if handles single criteria. So let's quickly go into an example here and look at what we want to do. So we have the same data set here, but this time we are looking at to aggregate other values that are for Excel training from just only Greater Accra region. So we look at Greater Accra region and take the Excel training and aggregate the value. So we cannot do it with a single criteria. We have to do it with a multiple criteria. So we use average ifs, which will give us the opportunity to evaluate these two criteria. So the first is the average region, which is the test region. Please, let's convert it into table first, just to make it simple for us. So we go to our average ifs, and then we go to the average region or average range. We average the order value, comma, and then the criteria range 1, we are looking at region, selected. The criteria 1, we are looking at Accra in the region. Then criteria range 2, we are looking at service category. So we select the service category. Then the criteria 1, 2, we select the Excel training. When it is done, you close your bracket, and then you hit enter, and then you get it. So the average size of the order value that came for Excel training from the Greater Accra is equal to 11,533. You can compute same for the rest. Okay, so we move to the next calculations where we compute Excel training for client type. So we want to find the average if, and we're looking at the average region, which is the order value. We are looking at the client range, criteria range 1, which is our client type. And then the criteria 1 is our SME. And then the next one is the criteria range 2, which is the service. And then we select the Excel as our type 2, and then we can hit enter. And then we do the last one, which we always go for the other value. And then the range one is a region. Then we select the criteria one, Greater Accra. Then we look at the client type, region is, and then the criteria one is SME, you hit enter. So this is how we use the average to compute. But let's look at something. We use the average if on a multiple criteria, and then we use the average for a single criteria. This is how you can average or work on average ifs for in Excel with the data, and it helps you to be able to summarize the data in any part that you want. It's one of the amazing tools that you can always use. Always remember that whenever you are using the average ifs, you can work multiple criteria in it, but the average if only deals with a single criteria. So we have so many assignments in this particular one, but I will leave you to try your hands on the training that we just had today, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty easy for you to understand and to work it out. So that brings us to the end of today's session, looking at conditional averaging with average if and average ifs. Thank you very much for listening, and I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet, and also to share the video and the link with your colleagues and friends so that they can also join the challenge. Let us all learn together and improve ourselves. You can hit on the notification bell so that as soon as a video is dropped, you'll be the first person to get a hint on it. Please kindly go through the assignment, share your comments, follow us on our social media platforms, and let's all learn together. Thank you very much for your time, and see you in the next video. Thank you.